Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, bringing you part 7 in this Fallout New Vegas Dead Money DLC video walkthrough. And there's only a couple more videos to go. We're coming to the end of this guide and to the end of this DLC, so depending on how you feel about that, a big yay or a big nay. And we last left off talking to God, or Dog, and as you can see, he's now lost his memory, so all the good deeds we did were completely fucking useless, and that entire tangent is just one big stupid circle. So the only thing left to do now is go to the last member of our little Ocean's 11 crew and see what the fuck's happening to her, because there's a pattern emerging here. I don't know if you've seen it, but we have to meet up with the people we arranged, and the choice is to kill them or not to kill them. So this one is in a slightly longer area. It's a bit more similar to Dean than it was to Dog. It's not going to be super quick to find her. You have to go through a couple of hotel rooms with a couple of holograms, and then when you find the bitch, you get to progress this DLC. And obviously take your time when you're in these areas, because there's a lot of stuff to pick up. If you're low on any kind of supplies, pick that shit up. It's everywhere. There's food, there's ammunition, there's weapons. Get that shit done. And there's always a nice bit of exposition to be found on the computers, and as I said in the past video, even if you don't read this shit, make sure you check the computers, because they can open doors. They can be the thing you need to progress, and there's nothing worse than not knowing what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. I mean, just look at that. I got a key from that shit, so just check everything you can. That's what these games are all about, and if you're playing them and just running through it all, you're not playing it right. And a lot of people might think, oh, you can't fucking say that. Well, I just did, and the reason for that is this game needs to be fully appreciated. You can't play this like you played Doom. You don't run around like a retard just going, oh, it's got big guns, it's right fun, because that's just not how this shit's supposed to be done. So be careful of your collar, and make your way back to the lobby of the Sierra Madre, because she's in the executive suites, which means she's going to be upstairs. So here we go. Back into this area once again. Be careful of the ghost people. There will be a couple more that have spawned, and as you can see, it's dark as fuck because the lighting engine on this game is utter shit. And just go through the motions. By this point you've been playing this for a handful of hours. You should be able to dispatch these guys pretty simply, and hopefully you've got a nice little stockpile of weapons and ammunition to deal with them. But that doesn't mean you should get, you know, half-assed with it, because if you don't knock the legs off, they'll get up, so remember to dismember them. And if you are on fire, you should stop, drop and roll, but I would like to say that doesn't work with lava, so yeah, run. But just keep killing dudes and progressing through this shit. And be careful of the ghost trappers, because they're definitely the toughest ones. Not a fan of them guys. And then go through this door. And here we are, on our quest to find Christine in the executive suites, and as you can tell, we heard some more exposition from Elijah, which means we're in the right area. And just make your way through here, but if you do see the holograms, they will fuck you up, so be very careful. There you go, there's the radio, get that shit shot. There's a workbench, but in all honesty, I don't know why it's there. There doesn't seem to be anything unique to make on this DLC. Once again, I don't know for certain. There might be a super badass weapon that I've not made, but I don't think there is, because the game would have probably thrown a schematic at you or something. That's something that I actually find kind of interesting. On Fallout 3, the schematics were everywhere to make use of the workbenches, and this game, I don't think I remember picking one up. So either they completely forgot about that area of the design when it came to making this game, or they thought that the benches that allow you to modify ammunition and create ammunition would be a suitable replacement. And I don't know about your guys, but I think creating ammo is only good if you spec to do it. If you're not spec to do it, it's fucking pointless. And in all honesty, it's ammo. It's about as entertaining as, you know, piercing your ballsack. They could have had so many crazy combination weapons in this game. It could have been pretty fucking epic, but as it stands, I mean, feel free to correct me if you know different, I don't think there is really anything to make. And that's tragic, that. And I'm just looking at the screen right now. There's a key on that desk. Be careful not to miss that, because, you know, it's so easy to do. I've got 2 videos that are fucking proof of that. and just keep making your way through these suites. And one thing to note as well on this section is it kind of looks a little bit like The Shining, because all the corridors look the same. So if you think you're in the same area, make sure you've checked it all before you dismiss it and go back, because I actually ran through an area I'd already been through thinking I was going the right way and I wasn't. So avoid that mistake. That's what this guide's for, so that you don't fall down the same pitfalls that I did. Just be careful with this ship, because if the holograms see you, they're a pain in the ass. This next section is generally hacking the computers until you can find a way to disarm the holograms. And I have absolutely no appreciation for this hacking. Even with 100 signs, this shit's still fluent bullshit. Don't like it at all. I think it's a wasted mechanic. There's a shit ton of lockers there for you to check. They're probably going to have a ton of different things in them. In all honesty, I'm not searching too many things on this part of the guide, because it's not paid any dividends and it doesn't seem to benefit you at all unless you drop unlucky. And in all honesty, I haven't been dropping unlucky, and that bitch sees me there, so that's a testament to my bad luck. But I don't think she's fully caught on, because she went yellow, she didn't go red, and that's the easy indication. Yellow is suspicious, red is alert. That's when they know where you are. If she's yellow, she's fine, but just don't go any closer to her. And there we go, picked up another holotape. And just keep making your way through these rooms. Because once you get rid of the holograms, it's pretty much smooth sailing then to get to Christine. And then when you get to Christine, it's a case of going to the vault. And once you're in the vault, this shit becomes pretty simple. See, she's aware of me now, so she's gonna chase me. And you are not safe in this room. Make sure you shut the doors. I don't know if they're a full deterrent, but the only times they've never followed me is when the door's being shut. And I'm back on this computer, so see what we can do. Goddamn hacking. Annoys the balls off of me. And you've probably been wondering on the videos before this that I'm pretty damn good at the hacking, and that's just not the case. What I've done is, if any hack took a while, I've just edited out all the failed attempts and stuck in the past attempt. So I might look like a hacking wizard. It's just clever editing and nothing else. It's video trickery. And if you do get one of the bitches up your ass like I just did then, take a shit and she'll fall out. No, just back up, just run as far away as you can, recover your life, and she will go back to Sentinel mode, where she just parades around on a set path. And it's just like Splinter Cell action for the rest of this section, dodging the holograms until you shut them off, and following your waypoint. Because what happens is you'll eventually get to a room which enables you to backtrack a little bit and get rid of all the bullshit. Because you will be moving through this section again, so don't worry about it. The holograms won't be there then once you've done everything you need to do. Getting slightly distracted right now by a Jason Statham film advertised on the TV. Somebody was riding him, he's driving a car, shit's blowing up, and he's a mechanic apparently. And some really awful looking CG blood. Probably another trashy movie. Not that I hate Jason Statham, love the guy. He's done some really good films, and then he's done films like The One. And if you haven't seen that, stay as far away from it as you can, because that's the biggest piece of dog shit I've probably ever seen. So here we go, back to another computer, back to another ridiculous hacking section with the interface you can't skip at the start. And there we go, infested. 52 experience. See what this piece of shit's got to say? And that's what happens. Recalibrate the holograms. Once you hack that computer, it will enable you to turn the holograms back to the lovely women, as opposed to the mean bitches that were just chasing us. So now that that's done, there's a nice little stockpile in here with a shotgun from Terminator 2 and a nice little outfit. I wouldn't advise putting that motherfucker on though, because the assassin gear that you got earlier seems to be the best piece of equipment I was using throughout. There we go, boxes of ammunition. And once again, if you do get a stockpile of stuff like this, just feel free to repair it to keep it in as top condition as you can. Because I've got Jury Rigger, that's why it allows me to repair it with other things. If you're thinking like, whoa, that looks strange, it's purely a perk, and it's a fantastic perk if you can get it. So there I go with the legendary Arnie shotgun. And there she is. A lot more friendly than she was before. You can now walk all around this area and loot, pillage, do your thing. And that's exactly what you're going to see me doing for the next few minutes. So, once again, not the easiest of gameplays to commentate over because there's not really a lot to say. It is Fallout. It's a whole bunch of Fallout. And it is a good game. Fallout New Vegas is easily one of my favourite games of the year it came out, because I've invested a ton of time in it. I've invested easily 70 to 80 hours in it, and it's just one of those things that the more time you spend with it, the better appreciation you have for it. And even if you're fucked off by the glitches, if you're fucked off by the freezes and everything else it does, the inexplicable amount of loading because it's so segmented and all that shit, underneath all the bad, there's just this solid gold game that if you're mature enough to understand it and to get into it, it's just an absolute joy to play. And it isn't the smoothest playing game. It plays kind of shit, but it rewards people that can get into the storyline, that can get into the characters, that can look at something as a story, as a narrative, as opposed to being like, oh, bring me on something to fucking shoot. I like shooting stuff. Which is all good and well. I like shooting stuff as well, but I also like it when it has some intelligence behind it. And this room right now is where this is Scarlett's room, and that door you've just seen is the elevator down into the vault. But you need this bitch to get there. So here we go. The last conversation of our triage is coming to fruition right now. And then look at that 1400 experience. I'm loving that shit.
Do I? Sounds off to my ears.
And she's talking, I don't know if you notice. Before she was the perfect wife, now she's slightly less good, but we'll let her off.
Might be why I got moved off to this suite.
And there's going to be a little moment of serendipity now, and that doesn't mean that Kate Beckinsale's going to show up and we're going to have a lot of shit like that. It just means that this woman is actually got the same voice as the Scarlet person, and it turns out Scarlet was the mistress or the wife of the person that built the Sierra Madre. So the only way to get into the lift is to use her voice. It was the access key, and surprise, surprise, this bitch has a voice exactly the same, so she can help us get into the vault. It would be slightly more interesting if John Cusack popped up, but that's not the Fallout way, so we'll see. This bitch, she's just going to talk. And it's just a case of convincing her what you're going to do when we get down into the vault, because she knows Father Elijah, as we already know, and she's not best pleased with him because it turns out he's a bit of a tosser. But finish up your conversation with this bitch and then get yourself into the vault. But you're going to see that in the next couple of videos. Like I said, we are coming to the end, so keep your chin up, you'll have this shit done in no time. So thanks for watching my videos, thanks for checking my channel out. Do as much as you can, spread the word, spam the shit out of it. And y'all guys take care now.
The name's deceptive if you know where to look. Almost got trapped there. There was someone else though who came along, knew about Elijah.